Usual daily present. Oh, at least we made it online today. Yesterday, things got in the way. Life got very much in the way yesterday, and I was traveling about getting things sorted out. However, I probably will drop a bonus episode at the weekend just to make up for it. But today, I'm talking about, Don't You Want Me, Baby? It's relating to people being lazy and not really doing the work and expecting everyone else to do it for them. Now, if you are someone who wants to get known as a public speaker and you have a strategy to get on podcasts and get hired by other speakers or get yourself booked in at events and things like that, you really can't expect everyone else to do the work. I'm going to talk about all that and more in just a few moments after the titles. Welcome to the Daily Present with Johnny Ball. Monday to Friday, talking about public speaking and presentation skills and the tools of influence and persuasion. Dance along now.
Wow! Come on, groove it on. That's it, baby. I know you.
So I've updated and shortened my title sequence. So hopefully that makes it a bit quicker, but it's still fun and we still get to dance around as well. So today I'm talking about being lazy and expecting other people to do the work for you. Why am I talking about this? Because I'll be honest, I have been getting inundated, and I really do mean inundated, with people wanting to be on my podcast. Not this one, because I don't really do guests so much on this one, but on Speaking of Influence, on Points of Change. It's a really nice problem to have. However, one of the things that I noticed from many of the people who apply to be on the show is I get messages like, hey, I'd like to be on your show. Well, okay, why? Why do you want to be on my show? Why am I supposed to care? I can maybe go and take a look at your profile and see if you're relevant, but I want to hear a bit more than that. It's not really what you'd call a pitch, is it? So if you want to be on somebody's podcast, you can copy and paste messages. I think I mentioned this a bit last week. Copy and paste messages or just saying, hey, I want to be on your show is not going to get you very far. Not with me, that's for sure. Probably not with many other podcasters as well. I want you to sell me on why you should be my guest, why I should have you on my podcast. I want to know what is the win for my audience. What are they going to get out of me bringing you on my show? So, you wouldn't expect somebody to buy a product or a service. You wouldn't expect to get booked at a venue as a speaker just by saying, hey, I want to come and speak at your event. So there's a bit more to it, no? But you are then expecting the other person to do all the work. Okay, well, you've said you want to be on my show or you want to be on my stage, and now I have to look into you to find out whether you're the kind of person I want to be on my stage. This is the work you need to take away from the people on the other side. So at the very least, have a media kit ready that you can send to people, but you do need to give a pitch. So if you are requesting to speak at a particular event, you're trying to get yourself booked on a stage, you need to make sure what you are talking about is going to be relevant to that stage and to that event. And you're going to have to create a pitch to the event organizer or organizers, if there are more of them, as to why you are the person to be on that stage, or get your agent or someone else to do it for you if you have people working for you. If you don't, you're going to have to do this yourself. If you want to get podcast famous, and I'll be honest with you, getting on podcasts right now is probably one of the best ways to start getting yourself known, because you can target specific people who are relevant to your avatar, to your industry, whoever you want to be doing sales and marketing towards, and get yourself known. So it's a really good way to help establish yourself with the right kinds of shows that have the right kind of audience for you. You still need to give a bit of information to the people whose shows you want to be on. There are loads of people out there, and we see them probably on reality shows all the time, right? Who just want to be seen. They just want to be out there. And, I get lots of people say, I want to come and inspire your audience. Like, great, but with what? Is it going to be relevant to them? Because my shows are, one show is about public speaking and tools of influence and persuasion, and the other show is about coaching and mentoring and life transformations. Is what you're going to say going to be relevant to those? If not, they might not be the right shows for you. So best to target other shows. What I find, and I'm probably having a bit of a rant about this, to be honest, is that people just don't read the information about the show. They're going for the numbers game of just contact as many shows as possible. Now, for some people, that might pay off if you've got just enough information to pique someone's interest. Somebody who provides you with a bit of background about who they are and what they do, they might just have what you're looking for or something that you're at least wanting to ask more about. But if the other person has to come back and say to you, what are you about? Why should I even care? Why do you want to be on my show? Which is my standard reply. I want to be kind to people about this. Say, thank you for reaching out. Why do you want to be on my show? What is my audience going to get out of this? If you can't answer that question, or you're telling me I want to have a chat about that, please understand, we're all busy people. So you're probably not going to get a great response to that, saying, okay, tell me why I should even have a chat with you about this. Why are you someone who I should even be considering to be on my show? So if you're expecting other people to do all this work for you, I have to say it's a lazy approach, and it probably isn't going to work out so great for you either. You have to show people what value you're going to deliver, how it's going to be a win for your audience and for them, and providing something that maybe they're not going to get from other guests. What's something unique about you and having you on your show or on their stage that's going to get you in there. Sell yourself, and don't expect other people to think, okay, well, you've asked, so here you go, here you have it. You have to ask the right way, with the right amount of information that's going to hook people in. Just as in a presentation, you have to have your hooks for the audience. The question your audience is always asking at the start of a presentation is, what's in it for me? Why should I care? This is the same thing for anyone whose stage or platform you want to be on. They are asking themselves, why should I care? If you can't answer that question, then I'm afraid you're not going to last very long, and you're not going to get very far. So it's absolutely critical to be able to answer the question, why should they care? Give people a reason to get you on the stage, or to at least have that conversation with you and take it a bit further, hook their curiosity, and get creative with this as well. Read the profiles, read the briefs, so you know what you're actually getting yourself into. And that way, I actually have a secret word, right? This is something not everyone realizes. I have a secret word in my podcast profiles, so I know if somebody has read it or not. And so if they include the secret word in their message, it doesn't guarantee I'm going to bring them on the show, but it makes a really good first impression when the vast majority of people don't even bother to read your profile and are just blanket broadcasting everyone out there. So stand out from the crowd, make that bit of extra effort. Don't expect everyone to do the work, do it for them. Make you an easy decision for the people who might be interested in booking you, and you're going to find life will run a lot more smoothly, and people are going to be a lot more interested in you, and also take you a lot more seriously. That is a much more professional attitude to approach. And so if you haven't got a media kit, then start getting yourself organized with that. Look at what a media kit is, what kind of information goes into it. Look at what other professionals in your industry are doing in relation to that, and take the bits that you like that are good from them and copy it, imitate it. Do things that obviously not word for word, because you have to do it about you, but utilize what's good about other people's profiles and media kits and do your own. So you take all these efforts and energies away from other people and say, here I am, fully formed. You know everything you need to know about me. It's all in brief here. You don't have to go too far. You don't have to work hard for it. Here you are. Book me on your stage. Or if it's not a fit, great. But you know straight away. That's what we want. Make life easy for other people. It's going to take a bit of work up front, a bit more research, a bit of effort, but it's going to be worth it. So that's my rant for today. If you want to be on my show, the best way to get in touch with me and read my profiles and make sure you include that secret word is on Matchmaker FM. You can come and check out more about my show there, and I would be happy to get the briefs for you. Matchmaker FM is a site that is specifically for introducing podcast hosts to podcast guests and vice versa. And so it's a great, you can set up a free account there, really great way to do it. There's also Podbooker, Podmatch. There are probably some more besides. I recommend getting on probably all of them and make sure you are set up. If you want to be a great podcast guest, get your media kit and read the briefs of the podcast you want to go on to, make sure you are a fit for their audience and show them how you are. Okay, that is pretty much it for me today, and I'll be back. I'm using my new streaming platform today, so that's pretty exciting. I'm on Restream today, moving over from StreamYard, so we'll see how things go with this, but I think I've got it pretty much figured out. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Daily Present. I'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe, and make sure you follow me on social media. Check out my other shows, Speaking of Influence and Points of Change. And wherever you are, have an amazing day. Time to get back to work.